Hey, what's up? It's Ben
And Keith.
from Southern Discomfort, and this is the Battlefront Star Wars beta playthrough that we did. We got about 3 hours of content that we cut down in about 15 minutes. So here's going to be a general review of what we liked, what we don't like, and our final verdict of whether you should buy it or not, or what to see in the future from it. So, to start things off, we got the visuals. Everyone and their mother has good visuals now at the new gen consoles. So, Battlefront, what did you think, Keith?
It's a very visually pleasing game. I really think they did a good job, but like we said, it's kind of hard to fuck it up at this point. So it's just sort of, whatever.
Yeah, so they did a great job with the shadows. It followed you like shadows do. Peter Pan did a good job at one point with shadows.
Quite.
Character functions and reactions. So the stormtroopers, when they got shot, it was just like the old movies. So they created sparks and stuff, and they fell down like dumb idiots. So the lighting was really good, just like Frostbite and DICE does with the Battlefield games. It was perfect in every single way. For a beta, there were no environmental hangups, so like we didn't glitch into anything in our 12 hours of gameplay.
Which was surprising for a beta, but,
Yeah, so that was great as well. They had great texture, rocks, snow, it had depth with it. You could tell that, there was more of an XYZ axis with the environment, as well as varying colors and depths to give each kind of layout a different feel.
Yeah. And all the characters and the costume design was really nice, except for Luke. Seriously, just fuck everything about this Luke right here.
Yeah.
Pussy ass bitch.
Because it's not even accurate to what this movie was.
What?
Luke didn't wear that costume. He was still a pilot, and he didn't even have that green lightsaber until the very last movie that he made it on his own. So, yeah, sorry, Star Wars people, this isn't completely accurate.
Yeah.
But we're going to go on to sounds. Frostbite, once again, if you play Battlefield, you know they make great sounds. Blaster fire and echoes, completely awesome. So it made different blast sounds and echoes depending on if you were in a cavern or shooting down. Like it would give an extra more distant echo or a closer echo depending on where you were on the map. Character commentary, gave like the generic like, oh, blast them like from the movies. But other than that, like in Battlefield, if we're going to be comparing it to its predecessors that the developers made, it wouldn't be more like situational. Like, what do you think, Keith, about the situation?
I don't know. Like, if they're being suppressed, say something about it. If there's a grenade in the area, if the AT-AT is like right the fuck above you, like I don't know, something more situational.
I wasn't submerged. Like, I couldn't tell if my squad was near me by their banter, like what was going on. Like other games are doing it now, you can tell like what's going on if you're playing live. Because in this beta right now, there wasn't any option to use your mic to talk to your squad. I hope there is in the actual game.
Because it fucking blows not being able to know what's happening.
And one cool thing that I really liked, we didn't talk about this earlier, but the third to first person change. That was pretty cool. Yeah. I like playing in third person, honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely more of an advantage, but it is kind of a bitch having to change back into it every time you die.
Yeah, because every time you respawn after a death, you have to switch back to third person if you like playing in third person.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to sounds. Running and breathing. So when you run, there's different footfall sounds. If you're on snow, it makes a different sound, or if you're on rock, it makes a different sound. And also, the more you run, the heavier the panting, the breathing is, which I thought was pretty nice to add in there as well. Different areas make different sounds with echoes and way the grenades hit the ground. Overheating of the weapon. Instead of reloading, the weapon overheats. It makes a nice sizzling sound. It doesn't sound too fake or overdone. It was just right. So vehicle sounds are super classic, like the X-Wings, Y-Wings, AT-ATs, all that good stuff sounds classic to the original movies. And music as well. The original scores from the original trilogy were all there.
But once again, take all this with a grain of salt because they'd have to be huge fucking dumbasses to fuck up any of this so far. Visuals and sound, it's expected in this day and age.
Exactly.
And whereas it is cool, seriously, they'd be complete assholes if they fucked it up. So moving on to some of the more key components of the actual gameplay.
Yeah, we're going to get completely nitpicky now. So in this game, they use items and cards instead of like perks, which is kind of a cool concept. You get to have up to 3 cards with you. So basic grenade power, or freaking awesome. The basic grenade you get at the very beginning, it kills pretty good radius, almost on impact. It's very accurate, throw it pretty far distance. You can get unlimited grenades. It regenerates in about 7 seconds after throwing your last one, which can be a good thing if you're using them, a terrible thing if you're on the other end of it and you're getting spam fucked by the other team.
Yeah, everything, like, it regenerates so quickly that it can really fuck up the pace of gameplay in the sense that you can just be as aggressive as hell and it doesn't matter.
In jump packs, aka jet packs, whatever you want to call them, they're not like the, Call of Duty jetpacks that you get where it just kind of slings you over there where you want to go. No, you have to actually control these things. You feel a little bit out of control with them, which is nice. You can use them to get onto different terrain that's a little bit higher, like the different ledges on the Walker Assault map of Hoth. Or when you're under fire and you want to get out of there really quick, you put on that jetpack and get the hell out of there. So it's a nice thing, but also it makes it easier to be spotted by the other team. And the cycler rifle. What was your experience with the cycler rifle, Keith?
I personally love sniping. I've always been, that's my go-to class. And I never used it, honestly. I tried to use it like 2 or 3 times, and for me, it just kind of fucking blew. I mean, it's very powerful. It is like a sniper rifle. The scope's kind of shitty. The gameplay, what they're going for here with this game, it's way too fast. It's way too fast to snipe. No one ever sits still unless they are also sniping. And I know you could make that argument for any game, but it just feels like it sucks. I don't know. And it regenerates so fucking quickly. It's really easy to hone in on people and just fuck them up.
Yeah, so we'll touch a little bit later on that when we talk about different game modes and the speed of it. So item pickups, they're like these little icons. They're clearish that float around on the map. They are kind of random. When you play on the map of Hoth, you can't even fucking see them because they're clear, and the map's it's snow.
It's
so you have to be right there on it to be able to see it. I'm colorblind, but Keith still had trouble seeing it.
Oh yeah, no, it's bullshit.
But anyway, so that's just another visual thing for items pickups. Proximity mines are pretty fucking cool when you're trying to be tactical. If you're stupid, you'll just throw them where you don't need to. But they're nice to throw in where the objectives are after you've captured it. They do pretty good damage. And orbital strikes, they're kind of like you call in missiles. You look through the scope like you can see right there on the TV or your computer, whatever the hell you're watching on, your tablet, whatever the fuck. But the deal is, it takes too long for the strike to actually come in after you do it, that by the time it comes in, people are already gone, because it gives the enemies a warning that there's an orbital strike. Once you're out of its range, it doesn't give you the warning anymore. So you can throw on that jump pack and get out of range.
I think I got maybe 1 kill all weekend, like with the orbital strike.
Yeah.
It really doesn't, yeah.
So we'll talk about the spawn of the items. Keith, you're very near and dear with the spawn of the items.
I personally thought they were fucking stupid and a terrible idea. First of all, they put all of the spawn of the items at the fucking back of the map. This promotes dicking the fuck around and not wanting to play the objective. It also gives a helping hand to people that fucking suck and die all the time and keep going to the back of the map. So basically, if you want to be in the AT-AT or the ATST or fly, the fucking TIE Fighter or anything cool, you have to dick around at the back of the map where there's nothing going on and you're not helping anyone. So it's like the only thing you get if you're actually playing the objective is some bullshit, like every now and then you'll get a proximity mine or like a shield, which yeah is cool and all, but it's not nearly as badass as getting to be in the fucking ATST like right here. And the only reason I was able to get this is because I was dicking around in the back for 5 minutes waiting for it to pop up. So I think they really need to fix like wherever the spawns are. They need to do something different with that, because right now it's
yeah, or you get like points from objectives to give you the option to get into
exactly. They should put it at the fucking objective so you want to play the actual game.
And so another thing we've experienced, maybe it might be a beta problem, but items sometimes like expire after you pick them up, or they don't even show in your inventory to select them even though you pick them up. But sometimes you can use them, but they're not showing. And I know Keith and I both had like experiences where we thought we had something, but it wasn't there anymore. And so we'll go on to vehicles since we're there on the screen. Flying. Holy shit.
Fucking blows.
Keith's more of a pilot when we played Battlefield, but yeah, it was like you're flying on a y-axis only. The x-axis was given to you automatically. You don't have any control of the speed or if you want to go back.
It's shitty. It doesn't help the game. There's nothing going on in the skies that it all matters with the Walker game mode objective. I mean, yeah, if you're in the fucking that one right there, you can technically clamp on to the AT-ATs when it's vulnerable, but no one can fucking do that because no one knows how to do it because no one has any practice with it, and you die before it even becomes a problem.
It's only vulnerable for about 30 seconds 3 times in a match, and it's way too difficult to find the spawn of the item and get to that point and then get your aircraft over there.
So whereas flying looks and sound cool, it's otherwise useless.
And if you get in the AT-AT at the very beginning of the match, at the very first spawn, it's completely useless because you can only be in there for 60 seconds and you're way out of range from anyone on the other side of the map to even use it. And so the AT-AT is pretty damn cool. You wreck shit. You move really fucking slow, but you wreck shit.
And the targeting is way off, though.
Oh, yeah.
It's fucking terrible to aim in this goddamn thing.
It has terrible camera angles for the target and to even know where you're going. The AT-ST is really fun. It's fast, but it's a really easy target from the other team to see you because it's such a flat open map that you can just get wrecked from all sides and you're out of it real quick. Flying can only really help infantry by getting the AT-AT, and that's pretty much it. Dogfights are really stupid. It doesn't help to objective at all since you don't have tickets and KD doesn't matter.
Yeah, you can die 50,000 fucking times and it doesn't affect the match.
Yeah,
all that matters is it's stupid.
So Keith, you played the old Battlefronts pretty decently. What was your initial thoughts on the old Battlefronts when you saw Hero?
Okay, Heroes used to be badass. It used to be really fluid. You used to feel really powerful. You'd get all fucking hyped when you got Hero. Now you feel very vulnerable. Like you're jumping around, everyone sees you from a distance and they're like, "Oh fuck, kill that guy." And yeah, you can kind of block 1 or 2 people, but if you get surrounded, you're just fucked. You die like that. It's bullshit. It takes you, and you never get any chance to practice with the heroes because you freak the fuck out that you're finally one of them, and then you die like right off the bat before you know how to even play as them hardly.
Yeah, and to end it all, the deaths are terribly animated. They're not even deaths. They're basically Luke Skywalker Tim Tebowing after he fucks up after not throwing a touchdown or something.
Exactly. They take a fucking knee and then just disappear after 30. Look at this dumb bastard.
He just takes a knee, and then after about 20 seconds, he just disappears. There's no other
run
animation.
Away, fly off. Yeah.
Anyway, so you don't feel powerful, and then to top it all off, Luke's face is animated really stupidly. Yeah. It looks fucking retarded. Anyway, so game mode so far from the beta, there's Walker Assault, which is 20v20. Rebel difficulty is really fucking hard. KD doesn't matter. There's no team communication really, and it seems like it's going to be kind of limited on maps from what they're going to give us for that game mode. So who knows? You might be stuck with just Hoth. With pods and stuff, it's easy, it's fast. Probably about 4 other maps. We're seeing DLCs in the future. There's split screen horde mode with survival, which is kind of fun, but it loses replayability after there's only about 15 levels. So, what do you think about this game, Keith? What's your final verdict?
Honestly, as it is right now, I know it's just a fucking beta, but I don't think it has replay value. I think even when the full thing comes out, people are going to play it for a couple of weeks and they're going to lose interest because it's missing some key components that make a game fun to keep playing, honestly. And I think it's going to fall short of most people's expectations.
They're definitely going to gouge you with the season pass and the DLCs, which is going to be cool for the people who are super into it, but the people who are not into it, you're going to turn them off instantly. It's going to be just like Destiny.
No, you're not going to buy that shit. So
it was fun to play, but I don't know, man.
Final rating?
6 out of 10?
6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. It's above average, but just didn't get me there for what I wanted.
I mean, we want this game to be good. Don't get us wrong. Let's look to the future. Hopefully, they'll fix some of these things, and it'll be better.
All right, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, tell us what you like, don't like. This is Southern Discomfort.